We're here at my art exhibit. So this is the Art of Lamin Martin exhibit, and we're at the Whale Bar, which is at 996 Queen Street East. So I wanted to do a show. I finally put together my own show with some of the images that I have in my art books. So for these 5 images here, they're from my book called Solstice. And what this series is a series of dragon women. It's a society of dragon women. And I wanted to come up with a look for them that was more classical looking rather than scaly, monstrous looking dragons. And so I took a lot of inspiration from classical portraiture and from fashion, from Edwardian and Victorian fashion. And I just wanted to have more of an artistic feel rather than a comic book feel to it. Sort of turned off from doing color for the longest time because I don't know why, but when I was in school, going to Ontario College of Art and Design, I thought that all I needed to do was to be able to know how to draw, and I'll just hire colors to do everything else. And then as I kept going along, I noticed that a lot of guys actually don't do that because I was sort of still in the comic book mode, where comic book artists have to use the assembly line process, where it's draw, ink, color, letter, right? So I sort of had to drop that attitude and learn how to digitally paint myself to take it to the next level. And this one was the image that sort of started all of these. And for her, it was she was part of a book called Leather-Winged Semblance, which is my 5th book. And she was in the back of the book, and she got a lot of attention. I posted her image on DeviantArt after I colored it, and that image got a lot of attention. So I figured do a book of dragon women only, which is where all of this came from, because of her, actually. So she's the mama bear. And then for this one, I wanted to do an image of a dragon child, but showing some of the I guess the hardness, because in this dragon society there's different class systems. Some are upper class, some are lower class, some are sort of in between the middle class. She would be more of a middle class dragon in a bit of a war-torn situation. This image here is from one of my books called Leather Wings, and it's a book of all dragons. So I did a series of dragons that are more conceptual than some of the traditional dragons you find online. So well, what I like to do with some of the dragon designs that I do is I like to combine the look of a dragon with something else, whether it be like leaves, which is what you see in this case, or make a giant dragon that looks like an island, or whatever. I just see what you can play around with and see what you can combine. So this one is... At first, the idea was my interpretation of the snake from Garden of Eden, and originally the drawing had an apple and with her tail, but I took away the apple and then I just changed the idea and I said, why not just make it look like Medusa, because it looked like Medusa to begin with. If you wanted to check out some of the work, it's on my website at www.laminmartin.com, and I know I'm going to invite anybody else who wants to come to my next art exhibit. So I'll keep you posted.